Last offseason, there was quite a bit of talk around Alexis Lafreniere potentially being a full-on bust after he ended up having 7 games played against the Devils in that first round series. 0 points. He didn't take that big step forward that we all hoped he could, but this season we ended up seeing him have a phenomenal playoff run with the Rangers going all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. He was a massive part in that. He had some phenomenal goals there, some spectacular highlight reel plays, and really showed that he can still be possibly a star or even superstar level player in the NHL. I think he was a star caliber player in the playoff run and throughout this regular season, but I truly do think there is still superstar potential with Alexis Lafreniere. This guy has a lot of potential left in the tank there and definitely can still get quite a bit better. And a big reason for Lafreniere really being able to take a big step up in his overall development is the fact that Peter Laviolette fully believed in Lafreniere to really take that step and gave him the opportunity to do so while giving him a full-time spot there in the top 6 alongside Vincent Trocheck and Artemi Panarin, the bread man. Obviously in the past under Gerard Gallant when he was the previous head coach, we saw moments when he would get a few games here and there together in that top 6 for a somewhat consistent time there, but we never saw him get a really long period of time in that top 6 there consistently, and that is exactly what we saw this season under the new coach Peter Laviolette. And a good part about Lafreniere's game is the fact that he's not just a passenger on that Trocheck and Panarin line. If you watch him throughout this playoff run especially, but also throughout the regular season, you could see that he is able to create his own goals and his own scoring chances and really kind of create for the whole team as well. He's a phenomenal player and really had some highlight reel plays because of what he brought to that line, not just because of what Panarin or Trocheck did to the team, which is exactly what you want to see out of a very young player. Because Lafreniere, he's still only 22 years old, turning 23 in October. And next season, I wouldn't mind seeing Lafreniere get more of a chance on the power play 1 for the Rangers. I know it was great throughout the regular season, but throughout the playoffs there, we saw quite a bit of struggles, especially in that series against the Panthers. So I wouldn't mind seeing Lafreniere get a chance on the power play because this is a guy who has been producing at an amazing level at even strength. You take a look at the even strength points leaders throughout this playoff run this year. He ended up finishing in 8th place with 11 points, 16 games played there. I mean, he was phenomenal, which is absolutely amazing to see. He produces at a very good level at 5-on-5, which is a massive issue for this Rangers team at moments. So having a guy like this is very important. And you take a look at the regular season there, he was producing very good there at even strength as well, having 51 even strength points in 82 games played. I mean, tied with guys like Roman Josi, who's obviously an elite offensive defenseman, also with guys like Carter Verhaeghe, Tim Stützle is right above. So in general, he had a phenomenal season, but the even strength point scoring is what is so special about Lafreniere. And some of the things I think Lafreniere really improved on throughout this offseason and from previous seasons as well into this one. First off, his skating definitely looked really good this year. That was one thing as a prospect that was kind of a question mark with Lafreniere's game, which really was one of the only things as a prospect for Lafreniere that was in question, was his skating. I think definitely improved quite a bit this season. His overall speed and edge work definitely looks a lot better. His passing and overall playmaking ability, I think, took a big step up as well. I mean, in junior level there, he was a fantastic playmaker, but I think this year we really saw a lot more of his overall kind of talent, playmaking-wise, really kind of take a big step up this season, which definitely is a big boost for this team. He had some great assists this year, which is very nice. And alongside the playmaking and passing that I think got a bit better was the offensive IQ and decision-making, which I think took a pretty massive step up this year in his overall confidence, which kind of goes hand in hand there. His decision-making, offensive IQ, and confidence really looked quite a bit better this season. He looked great out there with the puck or without it, finding the open space there, or obviously making the right pass, or taking the shot there. Whatever it was for the most part this season, I think his decision-making and IQ really took a big step up this year, and a big part of that is the confidence, which I'm sure he got by having the trust from Laviolette there to be in that top 6 there, play alongside guys like Panarin and Trocheck, which obviously is going to help your game. If you're going on the 3rd or 4th line there, playing with some weaker guys, and you get to go up on that top 6 there consistently, getting a lot more ice time and playing alongside true superstar and star level players, that's definitely going to help your game. But I think overall, having that confidence and from Laviolette there, I'm sure helped Lafreniere out quite a bit this season, and we definitely saw a pretty big step up in his overall development from last year into this one, which is a huge help for this team. This is a 22-year-old guy turning 23 in October. He has so much more room to grow, and I think can definitely be still a star or superstar level player in the NHL for years and years to come. And now taking a look here at Lafreniere's regular season stats, he ended up having 82 games played, 28 goals, 29 assists for 57 total points. All three of those were career highs for goals, assists, and points. He had a monster season and really took a huge step up. I think next year could be even bigger step up and very well could be a lot closer to a point per game, especially if he's able to get more power play time or even power play one time potentially as well. Now taking a look though at his playoff points, he ended up having a phenomenal run like I said, ended up having 16 games played. 11 of his points were at even strength as well, having 14 total points though, 8 goals, 6 assists for 14 points. I mean, that is not bad at all. 8 even strength goals. All of his goals were scored at even strength, which says something about Lafreniere's game. He's able to produce at a very, very good level at 5-on-5, which is exactly what this team needed this year. I mean, we know the Rangers normally have a great power play. The Florida series, it kind of fell apart there, but throughout this regular season, having a guy like Lafreniere who can produce at a very good level, goal-scoring-wise, or even assist-wise, at 5-on-5, at even strength, is a very important thing to have, and that's exactly what he can do going forward for this team. And now taking a look at his contract, which he is in the second year of a 2-year deal with a cap hit per season of $2.325 million, which for the Rangers is fantastic value. This is a true kind of top line level talent at less than $3 million, which is amazing to see. 2.325 is very cheap for next season, but then he's going to possibly get an extension for 2025, 2026. So we could possibly see that extension happen this offseason at some point. And I will have a video later on kind of going more in depth on what we could possibly see for an extension for Lafreniere, kind of going in depth on that. So definitely stay tuned and subscribe for daily New York Rangers content throughout this offseason. If you are a Rangers fan, this is the exact place to be. But Lafreniere could possibly also wait until next offseason, where he could obviously still sign his deal because he will still be an RFA, and then next offseason will have arbitration eligibility as well. So that could go more in his favor if he has an absolutely amazing season, putting out like 80, 90 points possibly, getting power play one time, having an amazing season, a truly kind of monster breakout season. If he does have that, then he could obviously be in for a potentially much bigger payday than if he ends up signing this offseason long term. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with Lafreniere this offseason. But anyways, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you are a Rangers fan, like I said, don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content throughout this entire offseason. Also, don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on Lafreniere. Smash that like button. Helps with the channel a ton. I'll catch you next one. See ya.